Yeah, we getting there.
And we
are live. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Good morning to you.
Happy Monday.
The birds
morning.
are chirping. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. But yes, I'm truly.
Good morning to you.
Truly glad I made it this morning.
I know. Did you sip your coffee?
I did not. That's why I'm still like.
I know when I be jumping up. You know them days you just be jumping up like, oh, all right, let me get up. You need that sip of coffee because, honey, it'll be like, it'll wake you up. You need that jolt.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
Gotta have that Folgers. That Maxwell House just don't do it no more. Hey guys, how was y'all weekend? It is Monday. Monday, honey.
Monday. Put a yay on all your days, honey, because that's what God got to say.
We got up this morning. We got another day. It's looking windy out there. Honey.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's cool out there.
Yeah, it's cool out there. The weather done dropped a little in them 60s. One day is in the 80s, then it's in them 60s. I'm like, what is going on here? This weather. That's how it be, though.
So I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Yesterday was the launch of Precious Coffee Shop Sunday Book Club.
Yes, that was a
great
launch. It was a great conversation.
Oh my goodness. We just spoke a little bit about the introduction and what it meant. And since it was the first week, is a 9-week book club, because every week we'll go over a chapter. It's 8 chapters in a book. And like I said, there was the intro week, which was yesterday. So if you have your books and you haven't registered for the book club that meets every Sunday at 7 p.m. so that you have an opportunity to, after you read, you can ask me any questions. I was just telling them in the book club yesterday, I remember when my favorite first book was The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Soldier. And when I finished reading it, I'm not going to say I wanted to be an author. That's not how this came about. But I did want to speak to the author, right? I wanted to speak to her. I wanted to, see what she had to say. And I realized that when I go around and was speaking to the kids in the schools with the children's book, and I mean, even when it was the 3rd graders, they were so excited because I realized that Dr. Seuss has so much power in elementary school, right? Mm-hmm. And so why just Dr. Seuss? I'm here. I could be relevant. So good morning, Nancy.
Good morning, Nancy.
And so the most powerful part was being able to speak to the kids and how excited they were for me to be there and speaking as the author. And I didn't realize in the moment, right? Because you go in and you work, because I went the first time I went with my son's school. So they was in 3rd grade, and loved my son to take my book to the librarian. And then the librarian reached out to me to see if I would do programs for all the 3rd graders, but she has them for the day. So in order to split up my sons, because they're twins and they was in 2 different classes, they put each of them as the star of the class. So I did like maybe half of the 3rd grade class and with one of my sons, and then my other son's class was a part of the group of the other class. So they both was kind of in both the sessions. But one of the things I love was that after I read the book, I have them answer questions, and these are 3rd graders, mind you. But one of the things that I never forgot, I asked all the kids, and everybody's raising their hand to tell them how the book made them feel, or as we're going through the pages, how does that sound to you? What does that mean? And so one of the little girls, and I know I'll never, ever, ever, ever forget it, 3rd grader, mind you, when she raised the question, I said, well, how did the book make you feel? How special are you? Well, you're one of a kind. That's the book we were talking about. How did that children's book make you feel? And she said, it made me feel like I would be better leaving the library than when I came.
I remember that.
And what was so important about that line was that it's instant transformation. When you read my stuff. And I'm not trying to be I'm telling you, instant transformation, because when God speaks through me and I apply it, I get instant results. It is those microwavable results you want. And those microwavable results lead to your belief system. That's why in the book, if you're reading with the F is your mustard seed, there comes a chapter when I said, perhaps Jack didn't have a beanstalk at all. Perhaps he had a mustard seed, because the level of which that beanstalk grew for him to get to the top, for him to get to that level, for him to go beyond his limited beliefs, right? It was just simultaneously. And so as I was writing the book, as I say, God whispers and I write it down, I promise you, he put into my spirit Jack and a beanstalk. And I'm like, when you think about it like that, especially after reading that a mustard seed, which what we speak of every day, that a mustard seed only takes 90 days to blossom, to become a plant. And so it's like, wow, could you imagine that 90 days, as I break down, is just a season? 4 seasons. So you got 4 opportunities to say what you believe, stick to it, and make it a thing. And then when you think about it, it takes 3 seasons to give birth. That's why 365 days is about you actively moving toward your dream, because 3 seasons is 9 months, and a human being can give birth in 9 months. So if a mustard seed faith is 90 days and giving birth to an actual thing is 9 months, then it always goes back to springing into action, because in that 9th month is when you are getting ready as a mom to get the nest ready, to prepare for a new responsibility with a conscious mindset. So you had 3 seasons of nurturing, 90 days apiece, in order to move into spring and birth into this world, that dream, that baby, that thought, that idea, right? And so within 365 days, you can build a baby, give birth to the baby, and then start raising the baby. After the year, your baby can be 3 months if you activate it as a day-by-day process. And so it could be a lot when you're going one by one, but one day you wake up and you be like, oh my God, it's been 9 months already. Oh my God, I'm looking and saying it's been almost 22 years already. I have been an active mom of my own kids. Why? Because Essence will be turning 22. So for 22 years straight, I have been mothering, right? And so it's like, just imagine what you give birth to, what it can become, what it can do. And so that's what God wants us to understand when he gives us an idea. And he knows that if you could just activate the faith I gave you to believe in what I gave you, I promise you, I will blow your mind with who you are, because it doesn't help if somebody comes in and you think they did it. It only helps when you know it was because you did it, you know?
Good
you
morning,
did it.
Faye. Morning.
Good morning to you. The birds are chirping. And morning kings, they're right. That's right.
Good morning, kings.
And wifing.
Wifey and
wifey. But yeah, so it's like, wow, the more I talk about the book, the more I'm grateful to be used to be the one to do the book, because it's like, man, who knew that it was just, when he say the power was in your words, just how simple those sayings are. We say it, we believe it. Oh, if you just have faith the size of a mustard seed, nobody knew that mustard was that long. So what you complaining about?
Yeah. How small?
Look how small it requires.
You say the mustard seed, but when you really look at the mustard seed and how daggone little it is.
She was a wife when I met her.
Book.
She was a wife when I met her.
All of those traits, honey. She already had the traits.
I mean, I think
she was doing all of the things that a wife would do.
And you know, and when we think about it, we all have that wife trait to be a helpmate, but it does matter if you have identified it. That's why I said, when you get to somebody, you come with your instructions. right? Because my wife's trait was being okay with who I was, so that he can see the things in me that he liked that I didn't even know, because I didn't have time to pretend. I didn't have time to create this illusion. It was, I am who I am. He is who he is, right? And so when they don't have to unpack the layers, they're like, oh my God, that's my wife. And it's the little things, right, that he notices that makes him feel like I'm that wife, right? Because everybody has their one. They have the person that come to them and they're like, oh my God, I can't live without her. As I say, wife is your husband married his favorite girlfriend. That's what wifey is, right? Right. Your favorite girlfriend is, out of all the girlfriends, you favored her. And it was not that she was better than somebody else. Girl. She was different. It was less effort. Right, that part. So
in the girl form.
In the girl form.
Yeah, like I fools with her. That's my girl right there. That's my home.
Yes, right, you need your book. You was just here. You need your book. I don't know why you didn't take the books with you. Well, she has the ebook, but you know she wants to hold it. And let me tell you something. What's the name book is, because she didn't get it when she was at the house.
Oh yeah, okay. That's why I'm like, why
she wasn't here, and then when she came, we was doing everything else. She got that hair done though. She made sure she remembered to get that hair done,
honey. Supposed to have them books in her hand. Read.
Thank you. I was born a wife, and so were you. We all were born wives. The question is, do you want to rest in that femininity? Come on now. That's the conversation. Do you want to rest in the femininity? And it's taken me time to unpack the masculinity. And we've been married 21 years, right? But there was a certain sense of femininity that I started with, right? And so you still have to knock out the thing. It was the traits. It was the things that I was doing unconsciously, the things that I was complaining about growing up made me the perfect wife, right? So God is always preparing you. Just imagine when you're being pre-qualified in something. It's tiring. The topic we're talking about right now, what is the topic?
Where you checking receipts from? Where'd that come from?
Good morning. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning to you. The birds are chirping.
The birds chirping at your house, girl.
It was the checking your receipts, washing my clothes, food in the microwave, stuff like. And that's why I was just saying that it was stuff that came effortless to me, right? Like I always say, it was so many of us in the house. And when we did laundry, that was a lot of laundry, right? You thinking about doing laundry for 9 people, folding clothes for 9 people. And then when I came down here, you know, we had to wash and dryer. And Chef Ron was always helping, grabbing Sierra and all that, working late or whatever. So I was like, well, if you leave your clothes here, I can wash them with my clothes. So just leave your clothes here. When I do the load, it's little loads, because Kia was already doing her loads. You know, Kia be gone. She be doing her thing. You just be like, girl, I could have do it. She be gone. She be around the bin, and you just be like, okay, she gone. She already went. Okay, I'm coming up. So it was easy to put his clothes and my clothes up. Cooking, and there's leftover. It's easy to make a plate and put it in the microwave. I wasn't thinking about it no more than giving back to somebody who is a real giver. Like Chef Ron is one of the biggest givers. He has the biggest heart. Like when I say, I just be like, I had to share him for so long, because he's everybody's person. He's everybody's emergency contact. If you on the side of the road, you call him Rondell. When 5 people on the side of the road, my husband got to leave to help 5 people, right? And so I always say that in the beginning, everybody would say, I am Ron White. And I'm doing different events. They say it's Precious's husband, right? Because now you have to be that one in that lane and that thing. Right. And I mean, he loves it just as much as I love it, because it gives him that peace. But I'm just saying, he just did everything for everybody. So you wanted to, how can I serve you, right? That little phrase, how can I? So it was, I wasn't even thinking about it at the time.
Yeah, where you get checking these receipts?
Checking the receipts is just because I'm frugal. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on a budget. I'm just like.
Was that because there was so many of y'all in the house that you just innately, you know what I'm saying? Like you just naturally like that. Like did you have to go to the store? Did RFA sent you to the store and made sure you had the correct change? Like, it's just naturally in you to check receipts.
To make sure ain't nobody robbing. Maybe it's because I'm from New York. So I want to make sure ain't nobody put the wrong price on a receipt. That if it says $199, I just check because human error is error. It's a machine, right? Okay. So I'm just used to making sure you're not taking more from me than you're supposed to. I guess that's all it is. Okay. I don't really think I actually thought about it. I know it's
something you always just did.
I just always make sure that the price is right.
The price is right.
And he'd be so mad because I'd be like, wait, that said it was $1.99. This rang up for $2.50. I need to get my return. I missed it. And he was like, ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody waiting for you to go online for no damn dollar.
We be at the Salvation
Army. Nobody doing that.
Like with the man, okay, $3.99. Okay, that's $2. Okay, yeah.
Yes, I want to make sure you see. I want to make sure you like it.
She was like, wait, why is this coming up to, this must be half off. Like, hold on.
He was like, because I didn't do that. I put those together. Well, say what you're doing. And you doing what you're doing. Because I'm like, this was a demand.
Precious was like, okay, because this
and in the Salvation Army, y'all.
I said, this girl ain't playing with y'all in here, honey. If she want to make sure the math is mathing.
You're not going to get
my exit. Wait a minute, I came in here with my budget. Wait a minute.
And I think that's what it is.
It was like,
I was a budget nista before there was.
Tell me, wait. I didn't expect it to come up. I'm miscalculated something. So we got to do this together, okay? Because I got to make sure you're doing it right. Because I done calculated this in my cart. It was filtering stuff. Like, hold up.
And I'm like, what did you add? Oh, that tray was $2.99.
There ain't half off. Oh, okay.
That's not half off.
That's
where the $1.50 came from.
That part
right there. I got it. But yeah. So I just watch while you work, and that's all it is. It's
count them coins, honey. They add up.
I think that was hilarious.
Yes, I love it though. She Faye talking about she was created fearfully and wonderfully, destined to be all that God brought her into existence to be. Praise God. Yes, Aunt Faye, she sure was, honey.
Happy today, William.
Hey, William. Happy Monday.
Yeah, she may not remember, but you don't come from the store and can't explain transactions.
That's why I said that Aunt Faye, like when she sent you the Western beef, what was the store up the block that was cold when we went?
Listen, I remember when I used to be scared when they had them little steps. You had to go in there with the paper. I'm like, Lord, don't send me to the store.
With the food stamps.
Don't send me
to
the
paper
store.
Food stamps was brown, purple, blue.
Oh, you did not want to go with the damn paper stamps, Lord. You did not want to go.
You had to know how much stuff cost.
But you know what's so good? But I can say honestly, when Mommy did the big shopping, we didn't do that. I literally felt like I went to the store every day for a soda and the damn cigarettes, like, or the corner store, right?
So we could go and buy that
stuff when we was young. Exactly. But like grocery shopping, I can say I don't think I ever went like grocery shopping. Like I might have went into Western Union and had to get some milk because we don't got no cereal left or a pack of hot dogs. But like you need a pack of chicken ground. That part she did not know. I think you don't remember. We wasn't doing that type of shopping. We would go with you, but to go and maybe it was after my time, but honey. It was enough to go to the corner store and get a soda and the damn thing. And and you was going to get her change.
$1.79 or $1.79. Where my extra cost?
And it might have been when it was my money. Listen, I didn't know the value of her money, but I understood that how my money straight. Because I know what I had to pay.
You really think so?
So I don't got time. I think so too.
I think she just cheap as hell, Ron.
I just think so too. It is what it is. I think I'm just going to be a rich, type person. I just really think it's just in me. Like I'm not, like everybody went name, but we all was raised with Mommy. And everybody went name brand. I'm not buying $100 and something. Like it's effortless to Diamond. It's Star. like everybody but me. I just think I am who I am. I am not the same person. I just can't. And even my kids are used to no frills. Like Essence goes to the what's Plato's Closet? Like, you know, where you go and sell your stuff to the thing and come on. They don't have an ear about that either because the bargain shopping. Like, I didn't understand it before.
Maybe it's because they haven't lived in New York. New York kind of gives you that. Cause I think I got lax coming down here too. Cause in New York, I had to have the
no, but that's the point I'm trying to make to you. I lived in New York till I was 19.
Got you. Yeah.
We all lived in New York. I didn't move down here at 5. I lived in New York with the rest of y'all, and it didn't change how I moved. I am who I am. I don't see the value. You always stayed on the clearance rack. I always stayed on the clearance rack.
Yeah, that's true.
It could have been going to store on Cameron. It's real cheap too. See, mommy was splurge
around too.
Mommy was splurge. On Cameron would call me like, "Girl, let's go to
Jamaica Avenue."
No, not Jamaica Avenue. Let's go to Costco's and we can eat. We can walk around and eat because we always have the thing. Yeah, and she would be like, "Let's go to the matinee," and I was like, "Ooh, that's good. I get to see the same movie for the heck." You see what I'm saying? So I would just when I'm adulted or something, be like, she was so now. Mommy, she gets stuff done. So she wasn't even, I wasn't thinking about it like that because she just, mommy got like, I felt like she's HSN. What is it? She was shocked watching TV. That's not somebody to me that don't. That's fruit. She would have if she got the rotisserie. Then she got the air fryer. Then she got she's electric. She into electronics like Grandpa is.
I like the gadget.
Grandpa was a gadget person, and mommy is a gadget person. So I didn't see that in mom because she got what she wanted when she wanted it. So it wasn't like what was the price. She wasn't fearful to spend. So I didn't think that she was that frugal. So if I would say,
maybe it was a good deal, so she couldn't resist it.
Yes, that could be it. That could definitely be it.
To get this.
Good morning, Queen Jam.
Good morning, Queen Jam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if it wasn't a good price, she made money and she got what she wanted.
Like
to this day, mommy come and get fire sticks. She don't get one like for everybody. She got 8.
Yeah,
she's just she get what she want. Look, if they were at the right price.
They was at the right price. That's
what HSN always say. It's always the right price on that channel. Because today we're gonna knock 5 payments down to 3 of $79.99.
Honey, I want that, but the price just ain't right. I'm gonna wait for that sucker to drop, and I'm all on it. I'm getting 3.
Right. See what I'm saying?
Because I'm gonna sell this one, and I'm gonna get.
Listen, they will laugh at me. They will laugh at me. Anybody who really knows me and been anywhere with me, they'll make jokes. They say, listen, Precious is the cheapest date. Because if I go out with you and you like, oh, I'm treating you, I'm not going to be like, because you're treating me, I'm getting a steak. I'm going to get what I would buy myself. I'm not going to treat your pockets different than what I treat my pockets. And some people will be like, I don't tell them that I'm paying the bill until after everybody orders because there's a certain consciousness people have when they know what they got and think they know what you got, right? So I just think that it's just innately a part of my being. And that's why I reign supreme when I'm out. I didn't feel weird when I'm like, okay. And I don't care.
Yeah.
So most people probably wouldn't have did it. And he's like, this girl did it right. I do not care. It is who I am. I just don't need the front.
But you know what? I'm like that too. I don't spend too much on.
That's when folk got gifts. That part with this, that's when
when you get 3.
We got 3 or 4 at the right price.
Get them at the right place. But no, that's what I was saying. Even though like my dad would take me shopping and stuff, I was looking at price and I was like, oh no, those are $64.99. I'm not getting those. And he got to the point where he was like, hun, what, you acting like you
spending it.
If I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy it. If not, you're not freaking getting it. Like,
so you ain't worried about the price. I worry about the price.
Stop. What do you want? Get what you get. And if
we look like your daddy look.
Because I could see his face so vivid. I guess one day we was shopping and I was just like, no. I kept picking up stuff, but then when I would look at the price, I would be like, oh my God. And he just was like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, he was like, what? I was like, well, I want this color and this color, but he was like, hun, what's the, give me the thing. If I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna buy it. If I say you ain't getting it, you ain't getting it. He was like, so stop, just stop, just get what you get. And I was like,
next thing I know, Kia got 6 colors in the daggone. What is
I'm
that?
like, okay.
What was the Reeboks? You remember the Reeboks came
Yeah.
out, the patent leather?
Oh God.
Kia had all the colors.
But I'm like, I'm conscious of price. Like, even though I ain't paying for it,
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, it's just too much.
It's
like,
too much,
I
yeah.
can't who's spending their money. That's just ridiculous to me. Like, so no.
Mhm.
So it's like we was at Vegas, and me and Nancy and him was in the we went to the Michael Jackson show, and it was this nice bling. Michael Jackson be bling blingy with the little leather jacket.
Oh yeah.
Child, I was like, oh, I could see me in that jacket. So he was like, y'all want something? Get it. He was in the, the store that you come after with all the trinkets and all that stuff. Child, I did want that jacket. So my dad was like, hun, okay, you want the jacket? I'll get it. That thing was like $100 and some. I was like, nah, Daddy, you spending all this money. Like, I don't need the jacket. He was like, you want the jacket, honey? Get the jacket. I was like, for real? He was like, get the jacket. I was like, nah. Miss Sodomy would not get, and I was like, I could get the jacket. And I was like, nah.
When you start spending them coins, you got a different
like,
mindset. That's what the kids. That's what they say. When you grow up, you're gonna see a different. See, you listen. Money spent 30 times over. But you know when people say, when Jesus said yes, nobody can say
my jeans
no.
with my heels on, and I just saw me in the jacket like bling with my collar up.
And I saw me borrowing it. That's what it sounded like. That sounded like a good borrow. I would have had to borrow that bling jacket.
You would have been like, girl. I said, oh God.
Now y'all know I love a bling.
Zestfulness to it.
Yeah.
I was like, but I ain't gonna do it. I was like, it's okay, Dad.
Do it for the
when
grand.
we was leaving, he was like, you want to go back and get the damn jacket? I was like, Daddy, no, I'm good. He was like, okay. I was like,
girl, take me, Uncle Alvin.
Sure.
I had a man explain to me that when he wants to buy me something, I shouldn't always be pinching pennies because he wants to give me what he feels I deserve sometimes.
Got you.
That
Well,
you pinch pennies for the splurge eventually, right? So I know that the next chapter of my life will be more psych. But listen.
Yeah, let me tell you something.
I will have more opportunity. I won't be thinking about what else I have to do. We are like aging out of. Could you imagine how rich
we're
gonna become
care of them,
without having to
financially
support 5 kids? But we're down to 4. We're down to 4.
Yeah, down to 4. Cause I'm like, when you don't look at the price, it's like if you
my man could be like flirting on me.
I'm gonna go in the store
right,
and
man?
Just like, oh, I like this. I ain't looking at no price because it's not a problem.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait.
when you be like, I would never spend you're like because of probably because of who you are, but you know it costs.
Yeah.
But you had no idea how much it cost and money really wasn't up.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter. It's like it's sent to you. You know what I'm saying? In your mind.
Yes.
You like $1,000. What is $1,000 if you got it like that? And money is steady coming in to replace it every day.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
you
know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're always gonna be your children, though. Of course, they're gonna age out, but of course, life happens, and I mean. Yeah, because I had speak to my dad. Look at this. Yeah, things happen, and you never know what curves or stuff life is gonna throw at you, right? So you're always a parent till death do y'all part. Literally. That part right there.
They're always gonna be your children, though. That part.
And what wouldn't you do for them, right?
They're always gonna be your children, but I think the guilt will be definitely different. Because, honey, I remember all the sacrifice. I'm like, it's my time now, man. Y'all gonna treat me, raise them good enough so they where they in position to be like, gee, me now, Lord, treat me now. I'm tired of doing it. You go ahead and spoil me now. I want to be spoiled. I just want a retirement party, y'all. I'm retiring from my plans needing plans. So I'm just like, yeah. And the best gift you could give is not have to ask me, because then all mines become mine. So just get raised to the point where you don't have to ask me for nothing. That's a good enough job. Because now if I don't have to give to you no more, and you giving to you, then guess what? If everybody take care of themselves, there'll be nothing left to do. So when they are straight, now they still gonna ask, because I swear Essence balling a bit to me, and she always knows to ask. She'll be texting us knowing she's straight. Oh, good. Cap and gown is all in. That's my last thing, and
because they don't like to.
I just wish that do y'all want to do my cap and gown? Of course she knows she texting group chat, but she really talking to her daddy.
Daddy's girl.
Do you want to pay for my cap and gown? I got you. It's like, honey, he will give his last to them girls. All of them. That's what I love about him. That's why we will be able to feel so good, because the reason why he works so hard and will work many jobs was because he remember being a kid. And he had parents that worked all the time. And when he wanted to do band, and when he wanted to do extracurricular activities, when it was time for him to go to college, and he needed a car, and he did everything right, there was nothing waiting for him. He had to get everything, and it was just like life could have been so much easier. So practicing, making sure that even if it's like you're going to the flea market and putting them in nice clothes, but you're still budgeting, being sure that if I have to create a business, if I got to sell 4 books, if he got to do 1 cooking engagement, so that you can go on this trip, and then like twins, like when the twins come in and they're both in band, they need this instrument and that, and these are pricey things, right? Everybody played the clarinet. These are pricey, and he didn't want
on the instrument, honey.
He didn't want to show them that you work every day, and I still gotta say no. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't transfer well to kids, because right,
even though I'm out here working every day, I can't. Don't have the money to do it. What we do?
I may not buy you a $200 Jordan, because I can make that make sense, but I can't make sense extra curriculum activities that's going to enhance you, put you in the room with different people, expand your horizon, going on a trip, being able, all these things add to you. So to be able to work and be able to say yes in the moments when you want to say yes is what he wanted to do. He wanted to be, and if that meant that I got no dollars left until I move and do something different for tomorrow, I'm going to give you that, so that when you're under my care, you know daddy took care of you. And he did an awesome job, because they think we was on, we was saying, this you got to know sacrifices that had to be made.
Understand that.
You know what Essence said one day? She said, well, if this is struggle, sign me up. I said, you know what? Y'all get your hands out of our room. We're trying to tell you that it's time. Time is money. So the struggle is the time I didn't get to spend. The struggle is me getting up at 5 o'clock to cook a meal to drop off so that I can make it extra. The struggle is that God always provides, and faith is free after insight to higher self. If you don't do the work, you can complain all you want, and you'll just be a complaining story. But if you want to be the difference, you got to make the difference. I mean, you got to do the things that make the difference, which brings us into our topic. What is our topic?
I was to say, yeah. Topic.
Well, I was trying to usher right into the topic. If you got a man and don't spend his money, then side chicks will, laughing my ass off.
I can't. You spend that money, because it's gonna go to something. Something gonna spend it, and then you gonna be mad. Like, I couldn't.
Not a side chick gonna spend it.
But why the side chick don't? Because you got a man and don't spend his money.
He said because now he got extra stuff. Money,
so this what you saying?
Listen, you know when you call by him like, oh, I need my nails done. He be like, what, babe? I gotta get those shoes.
I gotta get my shoes. He said I got to. I don't know. I might not get my shoes, precious.
You got what?
He said, I'm tripping over shoes in the closet, babe. You don't need another.
Oh, so that's the shoe you got. You got to get the money, go get the shoe, then put the shoe in the bag.
And
put the shoe in the bag.
I'm going to get my shoes. He's like, babe, you got white, you got red. Why you got to get all these colors? You got too many shoes.
Truth be told.
God, I got to get my shoes.
I realized that is why families have gotten smaller, yes. Because it will work hard. People will work hard. Uncle Roger used to say it so eloquently when I was growing up. He don't got nothing to say to me, though. I had 5 kids. So from the time I had Essence, he'd be like, what you doing? What you waiting for? Y'all gonna be extinct. And he would use the N-word. Ends will work 2 to 3 jobs. And now when I say my godfather, Uncle Roger, he's my grandmother's brother. So he's, my great uncle. But he would say all the time that we would go off. We'll have 2-3 jobs for houses and cars, but we wouldn't get an extra job to raise a family. And that is what it's all about. It's about the family. And so we invest in the wrong things. So you got all this stuff going on just so you can have a bigger house with less people in it, a big car to ride around, and then you left with all that stuff by yourself because that don't give back to you. Right. And so the sacrifice, it should be for creating a family. That's the moments that you want when you grow old. You're not going to care about that antique car or that big house that now it's hard to clean because your knees can't even take you upstairs.
That the kids don't sell anyway because they don't understand the value.
They don't understand the value. Unless you taught them the value, then they won't sell it. If you gave them experience in that house, they won't sell it. They will think it's there.
They still gonna sell it.
Huh?
Whatever.
Well, I wouldn't say
even if you teach them the value, they gonna do what they gonna do anyway.
Yeah, but there's so many houses that stay in families for generations. So I wouldn't say no, it's you. It's what you want. What you want to do with it. What your vision is. And when you got too many visions, you can never get to a solution because it's just not clear. God specializes in clarity. If I got this, and this, there's no clarity. We can't move without clarity. We can't move without knowing which direction to go through. And I think that's the bigger problem. You cannot move without clarity. What the F is your mustard seed? That part.
What the F?
But as I was saying, it was leading us into the conversation, which is how important is it not to let yourself go as you get older? Right? Like, what is the responsibility you have to yourself? And go as in mind, body, and soul. Right? Because all of those things matter, right? Not being able to let go of you while you are getting older, because remember, the kids are going to leave. That work is going to be passed on. Don't you want to be in the right physical, mental, and spiritual health so that you can actually continue to go to where you were headed? Because remember, all these roles and titles are the things that we get on the way to where we're going, right? And so, okay, while I was going to my destiny, I picked up a husband. While I was going to my destiny, I picked up some kids. While I was going to my destiny, I got some friends. While I was headed to my destiny, I picked up some siblings. While I was going to my destiny, I picked up some God siblings. I was going to. Right. So the people are what God gives you on the way to where you're going, so you won't be lonely. So the question is, how important is it for you to be intact as you arrive? And the responsibilities begin to release from you, right? Because motherhood won't be the same motherhood in your 20s, 30s as it is in your 40s, 50s, 60s, right? So, all of these different roles and titles are going to change. The question is how important it is for you not to let yourself go in those areas as you're evolving. Do we even think about that? And most people think about the physical, right? Because you're like, well, I want to make sure I still look good. I want to make sure that you don't know how old I am. I want to make sure. So people definitely concentrate a lot on the external, right? But the spirit of us, how many people look good but feel terrible on the inside, right? Whether it's your emotions, whether it is your thing, right? You let your heart go. You let your thoughts go. You let your mind go. And then what they said, the body gonna follow.
Lord.
Release your.
Don't look like your story, honey. Don't let yourself go.
Be colorblind. Don't be so shallow. Free your mind.
Free your mind.
The rest will follow. Give me a song, Lord. Give me a song.
Don't give her stars and she gonna go with it.
Okay. Facts. Nakia living that right now. Family doesn't give a hoot.
Damn.
Hoot. Put the valuables in a trust so the children don't have the ability to destroy all you build. That is what is supposed to be done. Because when you put it in the trust, it takes care of itself.
I bet you know I'm the other child. Don't forget to add me in that trust. I'm number 8.
I'm number 8.
Number 8. Come on, now. I gotta get to Jamaica and see what we got. I gotta get to Jamaica and see what we got going on, girl.
We're gonna do bed and breakfasts everywhere. That's been the dream since I was young, to have a bed and breakfast, like a one-star. And then I meet a husband that can cook. Because before I met Chef Ron, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a bed and breakfast. I didn't even know what the hell a bed and breakfast was, but I was like, that's what I'm gonna have. Honey. But it's a retreat. It's almost like a retreat place where everything is in that spot where the meals are done together, and it's like a little site.
And a cleaner. That's all I do know. I'm gonna have a cook, cleaner, and a driver.
So how have you not been letting yourself go?
I've cut my hair. It got to go. I'm sick of it. I'm over it.
No, you know what keeps me mentally though?
What?
YouTube University. Having access to different mindsets and motivation. Motiversity. Yeah, there you go.
I like that channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that being able to be in that room and listening from different perspectives, I think that has helped me not let my mind go, right? Because Oprah was one of the things that fed my mind. Because remember, at one point, I was home with the kids, right? And Chef Ron is out working and providing, and I'm providing the in-house, right? And so being able to listen to people who honored, the stay-at-home mom, and just thinking like, okay, I was doing poetry, I was doing this, I was in Essence magazine, I was homecoming queen, and they was trying to put me to, I had all these different things that I'm thinking I could have been doing, right? That's why I'm doing 365, where I talk about, God had to use me, and I thought that I did not make him proud. I'm like, he gave me such good stuff, and I didn't do nothing with it. What am I going to do? That's why I decided to write my own book in 2006, which came out in 2010, which is my book of poetry, because I said the least I can do is honor him in writing. Because I was doing a part-time job and I was on the internet, it showed me, I remember it was like this poetry thing that you can go to, and then it was saying, if you would like to write your own book, you can. And I was like, I can write my own book. So then the seed was planted, right? And it was like, I have to write my own book. I'm home. I gotta, give back to what I think so I think that is so important, because I was feeling like, so watching Oprah and watching her speak life, and she really dealt with the stay-at-home mom. Like, that's an important job, and it fed me. It made me feel proud that this is what I wanted to do because of my pain, right? I was scared to let people deal with my kids. So it was because if nothing happened to me, I would have been like everybody else probably. I mean, I never had a problem getting a job, never. And as soon as I got a job, I'm in a supervisor position, so I never had a problem with that area. It was just, the kids came. And when the kids came, I had a problem that I didn't feel comfortable with me not being able to cover them and protect them and make sure nobody else will hurt them, right? And so that thing kept me there. So now I'm fighting with that, and I'm trying. So watching stuff like I said, Oprah, pivotal, because it was inspiration at its highest, and she spoke my language because I'd already been writing since 13. So all of that stuff was already what she was saying. It was like, yes, like you know what I mean? And then I saw her scars. So I'm like, okay, but she's scarred too. And God is using her on this level, and that is how scarred she is. So then it made me remove the shame. Piece by piece, where I could be able to speak it over me. So now that's how I didn't let myself go, because I was being able to grow under things and people. God will give you what you need, right? He placed us under Youngblood, who was very pivotal in speaking life, making things make sense, making the word make sense for the gift. So I'm able to write the poetry that speaks from the biblical sense because I have clarity in ministry. And because God put me in a ministry with clarity, the words came effortless to me to make it make sense for somebody else who may have not understood it the same way. So he got up and all them different things that I was able to create because of where God set me. So every day you are a student. And if you're paying attention to who God puts in your midst, you can figure out how you don't let yourself go as you're getting older because you're going somewhere. It's not, you're not aging out, you're getting better, not bitter, right? And so I could have been getting bitter day by day. And that would have stopped me from actually growing. And so because I was getting better day by day, I chose not to let my mind, body, or soul go in the process of becoming. So
that part just wither away.
Yeah, because we do. We wither away in our sadness and we blaming everybody and we mad at the world, and it's like
bad stuff and yeah. That part right there.
Mama Faye said that's the dream, an island retreat where you pick your meals from the garden. I just want to go listen. I be watching Oprah. She has this whole huge garden. Said she's gonna have us in the same house. Like, go ahead, go pick your fruit. I'm gonna have all the kids out there in open garden picking fruit. That's your godmommy right there.
Honey. The Essence magazine.
Oh, that copy of
that magazine.
You know, the only person that still has it was 1996.
The volume of
1996. Yeah. August 1996 is the one I was in. I turned 16. Actually, when they interviewed, they needed a 16-year-old in the magazine. When I went months early, and I was 15. And the chief, I got to meet the chief editor, you know, one of the braids. And she was like, nope, I want her. And I was like, well, my birthday is in August. I'll turn 16 on August 6th. So she was like, perfect. Because the thing comes out in August. And they were showcasing young girls with locks. And, you know, I had locks. Shout out to mommy by way of, I think, Aunt Diane.
She's been trying to get a copy of the magazine to get the volume in the year.
Yeah, you probably can find. I used to have it, and I lost my box of. So I'm not even talking about it. I lost some stuff. I lost my things in the movement, but I still got my man, and I still got my family. So the memories can stay in my head. But definitely, even my broom, I jumped over. All that stuff I had lost in the move. But anywho, the magazine. The only person who has the magazine, that I get to see when on Karen still has it. So she has it in her thing. So when I go, so she has all the magazines. And the year that I was in, she actually has it in her bookshelf.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's a reminder, but I don't know. I'm sure there might be a way to get the archive, but it would be the August. I wonder if you could just even look it up now. Like if they digitalize them at this point, they could be digital.
Yeah.
Yep. It was natural hair for teens. Well, yeah, natural hair for teens, but it was locks, right? They was definitely looking for not just fluffy hair, not just natural hair where people see natural hair now. It was literally, they wanted somebody with locks. So, yeah, which is a different state of the natural because, you know, everybody could do curly hair and a thing, but they actually wanted somebody who had locks in their head.
Good morning, Author L.
Yes, hello. Good morning, Queen. We were just talking about how important is it not to let yourself go as you get older? And we're talking mind, body, and spirit, right? Mind, body, and soul, baby.
That's right.
So it's like, and it's hard.
You gotta keep your mind intact, honey.
Yes, I was selected for my locks. That's right. Because what's the name came up to me in church. I was doing the live modeling with Mo Shoe in the window. Because I was up doing a poem, and Mo Shoe's manager of the store was a lady with locks. And she came to me and she was like, oh my God, you would be so perfect for Mo Shoe. We have models in the window and we pay such and such. I got everybody's job. Everybody was doing Mo Shoe after I finished. Even Shamika. Remember, I mean, yeah, what's her name? And she was, and we got the limo for the day. It was the whole. We was riding around Brownsville out the top. Like, we lived. We had a good time. But yeah. So we did the the modeling, and then Jamel Gaines must have had a talk with somebody who was like, "Oh, we looking for somebody with natural hair that's a young girl that have locks for the magazine." So at St. Paul's, so it's not what you know, it's who you know. And then it helped, yes. And then it helped that what was it? That you were pleasant with the people, right? Because if they think of you, they're going to think of you as a whole person, not just how you look, but who are you, right? So that helped that my who was pleasant. And so, right. So Jamel was. So Jamel, right.
Wow. Never know who know who.
Very important. Yes, that is very important. She said she gets so many compliments on my locks being good. Girl. Oh. Since I was a little girl, I've been waiting for my locks to turn gray. I got little strands in the front, but I just feel like gray, once again, memory, visual, right? There was a lady at the church she was from Wounded Healers. I cannot remember her name. She was like maybe my skin tone. And her locks was like at least to her butt, but they were all gray. She had a little gap in the front of her mouth, a little gap, and I cannot remember her name, but I know she was on Wounded Healers. When she would walk inside the thing, I was like, oh my God, she looks like a snow queen. She is so pretty. And the locks were just flowing. It was great. And I had little locks. I mean, not little locks. You know, my locks were still long. They was to my shoulder. I was just saying that they wasn't gray. So I still had locks down my back, but they weren't gray locks. And I was like, oh that's so beautiful. One day I'll have gray locks. So, you know, in my 40s, still waiting, but I know it's coming. But the kids be laughing because when I find a strand, I'm like, y'all see my y'all don't say that. They be like, y'all don't say that.
Who be excited over the gray?
Essence got a video of me chasing her around. She act like she popped. She was like, oh, something. Oh, it's a gray. And I chased her. She was like, psych, I already had this in my hand. I said, I'm going to slap y'all. Y'all be doing the most.
Girl, that's with the grays, honey. I've been waiting.
Yes, Jamel Gaines put me on. And my sides being shaved, yes. Because that's giving edgy and chic and cute and sexy. It's giving all of that.
I think I'm going to grow my hair out a little bit now. And so I could get that design on the side. I want something different now. Mm-hmm. I want a different look. I think I'm gonna grow. I ain't gonna let her cut it down no more because I want her to curl my curls tighter.
Yeah.
So it could have more of a fuller look, and then I want to start edging my sides and giving a different. I want something different.
Sound cute, honey. You ain't get no younger. You had to do what you gotta do while you got time to do it. When you get in your 40s, it's like I don't care what I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me, boo. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me. As long as I'm good with it, we good with it. Oh, she said she started turning gray at 25 with streaks. You know, and my mom has had her gray patch for. How old was you, Mom? She had to be probably in her 20s too, because I split that patch with her for some time now.
Yeah. Barbara said
unless it was 30, and now at 60, it's like white now.
Hey, you started getting grays on.
It was 25. That's why I said it seemed like she had that patch for a very long time. That's 7.
That's what I'm saying.
7 is completion.
I know
you have age. Listen, my man, you have age. You're about to. You stupid. 25.
I said, oh Lord, she said 25, and she's 25.
You know I love the 7. She is so stupid.
Here we go. We're going into another half an hour because she's about to
go. I'm containing myself. I'm learning to bite my tongue and save it for the classes, okay? Because I got so many classes. I ain't gonna overdo y'all now. Look, I even brought me a timer moving forward so I can time myself. So
when it looks like a mirror. It is a mirror.
Yeah. So I'll be like, okay, y'all.
She ain't playing with y'all. Time is money. And money
y'all got 2 minutes when that thing go off. Now's your time to sign up. Sign up for the rest.
You want some more? Hit the link.
Hit the link before you blink.
I can't. And she found it until.
Because if you come, I will make you think. Come on now.
Come on now.
But yes, time out for play. I gotta use these powers for good.
Start.
I have to make sure that
Don't
people
start.
are in
And
the
it
classroom so that I can see the activation. Now it's time to see, okay, what have you done? Don't tell me it don't work. What have you done? What are you doing? How important it is for you not to let yourself go as you get older. What are you doing to ensure you don't lose your mind, you don't lose your body, you don't lose your spirit? What are you doing to enhance those part of you that require a little bit more effort the older you get? You need more effort. You gotta be willing to push to where you're trying to go.
What the L says, my hairdresser tried every color under the sun and looked good. And then the gray said, this is my world. And she threw in the white flag. Here I am. Flag on the plate. I'm sick of all these colors. I.E. Here we are.
You know I run with the Divine 7.
Oh, Lord. D is in this DNA.
7 is completion. We a family of 7. We did all Divine
that's
7.
how you. Okay, that's how you don't let yourself go, girl. It's in the sex, girl. Okay.
Oh, is that?
That's what, girl.
Is that what
That's why you looking like two in your 40s.
Is that what it is?
Well, keep the blood flowing. I believe
and the party going.
Come on now, I believe.
So yeah, I think sex should be at the top of the list.
It's pivotal. It's
safe
pivotal.
Sex. Safe sex, of course.
Of course. Because you don't
say of course. We gotta say it because you remember the other day we talked.
Looking going back.
Right, not sex with everybody. Sex with everybody who because you're exchanging energy. Remember that the older you get, the more you realize you take on theirs. They take on. You may not know as a kid because you just getting with. But if you had enough part,
safe sex
is the right way to go.
Same partner sex with your mate, with your, it does. Sex keeps the body going.
Oh, he talking about J. Off the J, I agree. Sex keeps the body going. He talking about J, I agree. He talking about off the Jew,
Okay.
He talking about J, I agree.
Boom.
I think that was a perfect guess. See, you always gonna give us tell us what you doing.
That part.
Or are you doing anything?
With that glow. No wonder she be having that glow on her face all the time when she be smiling. I see that glow.
You never argue during sex.
Shut up.
Has anybody ever argued during sex? That is not a partner you need to be with.
I mean, it depends on the type of arguing. I said, shut up. You still talking? You still?
Yeah, but
what I said.
So that's what when you start arguing, it started with an argument like, oh, I know what you need. I know what you want. Turn around, sit down. I know.
What you were saying earlier?
You need that daddy D. You over there acting crazy.
What you were saying earlier? Got that.
I swear that now that is very healthy. That is very healthy behavior.
Or arguing will cease.
It puts you in a better mood immediately.
Oh Lord Jesus! You can't be holding that, girl. You gotta before and after. You gotta release before and after. No, you can't. You better say it. You know what I'm talking about. I say.
What you talking about, kid? What you say?
That argument says.
Oh,
you was talking all that junk in that kitchen. I got you now, legs on the shoulders. What
you'll be starting fights. Starting fights. Oh, you want to get mad now? Let me see you get mad.
No, leave me alone now. Get off of me.
You are just no.
Don't touch me.
Oh, these heels? I'm just breaking them in around the house. I just want to make sure that when I go out,
don't judge me.
At the end of the week, these shoes is working. I did not apologize.
Somebody gotta say it.
Greetings, King. Thank you for joining, Jacob. How you been?
Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday.
I
You
can't.
gonna read that because I know she.
You already don't put author L on it. No, he can let go of his PP. We have to hold our PP because we holding our juices and it's easier for the flow of Lord have mercy.
Is that an egg?
You don't want your bladder full. I don't like a full bladder.
Yeah,
you gotta release it, girl, in the beginning and now.
I got to. I'll be like,
I don't like. I mean,
no. When I touch him, I say, "Did you pee yet?
definitely.
Did you pee yet?"
Yeah. You
But-
happy to see me, or do you need to use the bathroom?
But he know that when you hold the pee, you go longer. That's why he's saying that. Like if I'll be like, "Oh, okay." Jesus, is that enough? Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom." Because you don't know what it is. Like,
I don't know which.
all right, already. You ain't got nothing to
no
prove.
surprises of what's gonna come out.
Yeah, I personally, I gotta go to the
I
bathroom
personally
first.
gotta go before.
Because I want to be able to be free.
Yes, I don't want to
pee.
feel no notation of. I need to.
Yeah, I gotta enjoy it. And if I feel like I'm hoping I'm not peeing instead, I will.
Oh no, we gotta. You need some. We ain't gonna dry up too easy.
Oh,
You
no.
know what you need some.
Oh no.
She needs some. What's her name?
What?
The stuff me should be making.
Oh, the sea moss.
You need some sea moss, boo.
Take a spoon of sea moss.
Yeah, you need to take some sea moss. Put a teaspoon of sea moss
first morning best.
in your coffee every morning. You need some sea moss, boo. You ain't gonna be drying up, girl.
No, and mornings are the best, I think, too.
Oh yeah.
The mornings are the best.
I personally like nighttime. But morning is good too.
I think it depends
I like
on the
to be
season.
sleep.
It depends on the season. In my
I like to be
20s.
woke up in the morning. Sometimes they just have you waking up. Sometimes you be I be wanting to go right back.
Right? In our 20s, it was definitely night. You were going to get it in at night. And when we got to like our things, we tend to doze off at night and just wake up like, damn, you ain't about to get away with that one.
Tell my whole lot.
We're going to get it now, right?
I got to go to work.
So we can do it.
My baby wake up too early.
We definitely open for both. It really depends on the thing. And sometimes it's both. It's the night and the morning.
Yeah.
Depending on
It depends on the
night when you woke up with it, you dreamt about it, you're like, oh, right, we gonna set the day off again.
Mom touched the wrong thing, and it's like, oh,
because nobody put this stuff away.
Ready again?
Yeah. So I'll be like, you gotta pee, or is that about me? Do you gotta pee, or is that about me?
You gotta go to work, don't you?
We at 102.
What we talking about now? See that y'all be all over the place. I can't with y'all.
Try to have sex after pee. I'm just saying, look, they can't move as really. Oh, that thing be moving. That thing be slipping and sliding up after pee. I was like, let me dry it off so we can separate the two. Okay. Here we go.
People ain't gonna look at you the same when they be like, look.
Let's find this I am so we can let y'all go.
look at him now. Don't judge me. What? I
cannot stand y'all. We were supposed to have a healthy. How important is it to not let yourself go?
No, we over here. See, once you start, open up Pandora's box.
Oh my God.
Real talk for
so
real.
we're gonna do 3 cards, right? So we'll grab each of our one. Right? Okay, so
I got my one.
Yeah, we got that one.
All right, or the
and
L.
Which one we want to go to?
Which one you want, or the L? Where you going? Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now.
So,
ready?
Oh, the noble. Remember the noble fell on the floor the other day? Okay. It is noble of you to take action for your attraction. That is noble. Resourceful.
Resourceful.
You got to be resourceful as you age. Come on now.
Let yourself go.
Quintessence. Ooh, the essence of you. Ooh. Come on now.
Noble quintessence.
Oh, look, rings are moving around.
Come on.
So now we got quintessence, we got resourceful, and we got noble. Ooh. I feel like I need to
let's get the
take out these definitions for this one, y'all.
That part.
So that y'all can know exactly. So we're going to go with the first one, which is what letter? We're going alphabetical order. Resourceful. Q come before.
LMN.
So quintessence is...
Do noble first. Noble?
Oh, noble. Yeah, sorry. Noble is having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles and ideals of excellent or superior quality.
Superior quality.
You want to screenshot it? Did you screenshot it yet, boo? Is this one that got it all? Boom, boom. There you go. Screenshot. Thank you. So, right, we was finished with noble. So just think about that. Once again, noble is having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles and ideals of excellent or superior quality. Come on now. So it's saying as you're aging, you are growing all the foundational parts of yourself because you never let yourself go. You only let yourself grow. Okay, so you're moving.
Quality.
Come on now.
Bring out the superior quality.
And then what's the other one?
Quintessence. Who that?
Resourceful is quintessence, then resourceful. So quintessence is a thing that is the most perfect example, good God Almighty, if these words don't go together, of its type, the most perfect embodiment of something, a pure substance, the essence of a thing in its purest and most concentrated form. So quintessence is the top. It is you at marinade speed, right? As Sabrina is marinating on that. That would mean the marination of you after this, everything that you have has come together. That superior quality is your being, right? Your greatest self. That's why I think this goes great with that topic of aging, right? The older you get, not letting go of yourself allows you to have the quintessence. It allows you to be noble because it makes you of excellent and superior quality. Last but not least was resourceful, having the ability to find quick, come on now, and clever ways to overcome difficulties, ingenious, imaginative, inventive, creative, bright, and sharp. That's resourceful. So now, when you have a good essence and you are aging, I think this goes perfect for the topic.
And all on the same side.
And you are aging without the ability to let go, and they all was on the same side. They all was on the same side. That is so true. So it allows you to be, clever in getting a solution. Because the older I get, the quicker I get to those answers. Let's say the answers, right? Because it's like already done. Now I'm getting to the answers of me. So to be your purest form of you, which is the quintessence, and to be noble, that means to be clever. I mean, to be noble is to be clever, to be, all of those superior qualities, meaning your best self. And then when you go into the resourceful, it means even if you're not at your best self, you find ways, creative, inventive, bright and sharp ways to be sufficient enough in who you are, right? And so it's like, very good, very good, very good. Perfect 3 words. Great. I want you to ask yourself. Ask yourself. Self. What am I doing to not let myself go? Am I doing 10 jumping jacks a day? Am I walking around the block? Am I having, I would say, healthy conversations? Am I learning how to use my words effectively? Am I offending or am I inspiring? How am I doing things different for who I'm becoming than from who I used to be? I'm not going to let myself go. I'm going to grow into the quintessence, right? In a noble way.
Come on now.
By using all the resources around me in order to be who I was called to be. So if I'm getting older, that means God sees me fit to keep on growing into who I'm becoming and taking the lessons on the way in order to create the life that I see, right? So you're headed straight for destiny. The question is, what are you destined for? By how are you taking care of the vehicle? You are the vehicle that gets you to where you are going. And so if you do not take the time to grow you, to do the spring cleaning, to operate, to make sure that you are still moving at a pace and in a space that you see fit, then you're missing the mark, right? And so we got to be conscious about who we are and how we take care of ourselves. So self-care is a mind, body, and soul type of experience. It's all moving parts. So I think we finally got through that conversation.
Absolutely. That was good.
So yes, have more enlightened conversations, have more sex, have more laughter, have more exercise. Sex and exercise is the same. So if you can have sex more, then you'll get an exercise. I promise you. Wear your watches during sex and see that number go up.
Ooh, heart race.
All of y'all wear these watches. I don't have one, but you know that the Apple Watch, the smart heart rate, how many calories you burn. Yeah. If you have one, the next time you have sex, put it on and see what it do. See what you've been doing, right? So find ways to have fun, create ways to make sure you don't let go. Right?
See them readings, y'all. I'm gonna see them readings next time.
I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, so this has been a wonderful.
I get to see Asia today. She's gonna come back.
on now.
Yes. So we love you. Love you guys. Remember, as always, that it is your job to turn your heartbeat into a soul beat in order to leave your soul print, because the fingerprint tells us what you got wrong in this world, but the soul print, it tells us what you got right. And what God got right is you, honey. He got you right. So remember, we don't compete. We complete. And the difference between them two words is an L, and the L stands for love, and love grows everything. So remember, you can never turn on anybody else's light, but you can provide enough light for them to find their switch. So stay lit in this world so somebody can find their way out of the darkness. It is your responsibility. Remember, that is the ability of measurement in which you should and could respond is already in you. We all have an ability. We all have a responsibility to every moment that comes our way. So remember that it's about taking care of you, growing into your best self. Right, Keith?
That's right.
Period,
Pooh.
It's a blow-up-tuation, right?
It's a blow-up-tuation.
So are you blow-up-tuated in your life for all the areas that matter? So remember, you have been tuned in to Coffee and Conversations. So don't forget to wake up and make today count. It's my Sabbath, y'all. Go ahead and take care of them souls. Take care of them souls.
See y'all in the morning.
Bye. See you later. Love grows everything, so love yourself first. Bye-bye.
You know.